What's going on, everybody? John out here with you. Facebook.com/TBUGunslinger, Twitter @JohnRyanOtt. I know it's been a while since I made a video and even a follow-up video to the EA Sports Hockey League. I want to let you know how things were going again. You know, you got a sub 500 record right now, around 500 in EA Sports Hockey League. But in the playoffs, technically, we should be going 4 for 4. But I want to tell you about a nasty little secret as I show you some playoff highlights. So, in the second month of October, a chance to go 2 for 2, we had to play a decisive 5th game. And yes, I said 5th game. You only have to play 4 games and win 4 in a row in order to get a playoff banner. Well, we had a team that ended up backing out and having a game not count. And now, at the end of December here, trying to go technically for 4 for 4, because we didn't win the decisive 5th game in October. Same thing happened to us with Nick and I on this part of the run where we had to play 5 games. You're only going to see 4 in this highlight. But the second one that you're going to see in the highlight did not count. But yet, at the end, we had to end up persevering. We ended up winning 5 games technically as they bounced the puck in the second game and it goes in off 2-0 after we had a lot of opportunities. But I had to fight through and make things happen. So if I'm thinking about New Year's resolutions, and I hit another post there, I think it's one thing if I want to talk about NHL guys, and I don't know how a lot of you do it when you're playing 3s or full 6s and things like that. I've played against a lot of teams that don't fire enough pucks on net and don't get enough opportunities and end up ultimately burying themselves. I think the best thing that you can end up doing so far is we played this game for a few months, haven't even gotten to 100 games played yet, which is inconceivable to think because when we played NHL 12, we had it for a couple of years and tried to get the number 1 and the number 3 a few times. Played thousands and thousands of games. Not even having 100 games in this just kind of tells you maybe the wherewithal in terms of what we feel about the mode, or just the malaise, or maybe just having to make some adjustments. And I think if we do that going into a New Year's resolution, is you want to keep that in mind for the theme of this video. Fire more pucks on net, get more opportunities, and whatever you have, whatever qualms you go through, as another shot goes in the net for them and we were down 2-0, come back and try to fight again, get more opportunities on net and just fight your ass off, because there's going to be a lot of bounces and things. You don't get a chance to control the overall of your players, and it seems like the player types don't really matter that much. You have to fight harder than the other team and take advantage of your opportunities when you get them. Yeah, it sounds cliche, but any opportunities that you get, you have to take it. Don't try to force it for something else. Just move on to the next play and keep on going, because likely the more opportunities you get, the better chance you're going to have of winning. Obviously, it doesn't always work out that way, especially in this game, but you have to commit to getting more opportunities than the other team. And make sure you do it 2 or 3 times fold, so that way you don't put yourself in a bad position. You got to leave it all out there on the line every game, because it seems like every game, no matter who you play, it's always competitive. So they're right again, open on the right side is Nick, and he buries it once again, and we take the lead. And that's going to be all she wrote for this game. After coming from a 2-0 deficit, seemingly having opportunity after opportunity, make it happen and finish it and get a win in the second game. You're going to have a screenshot in there just to make sure that you guys realize that I'm not fibbing about in terms of games that don't count. So that's going to be at the end of there. So technically should have been 4 for 4 on the banner run, but 3 out of 4 is not bad. Lost on a technicality, nothing you can do about that. Sometimes the servers don't work and things don't count. It's been better after certain patches. I haven't seen a lot of loop delays, and that was my only goal of this playoff run, even though I had a lot of assists, and this was a game that did not count. Technically the 3rd game that it should have been. But these guys, pretty fortunate, had no chance to pretty much win this game. Just got outchanced them time after time after time, played good defense, and just did everything that we needed to do. You see, I could have thrown it back to the defenseman, but I played this game so many times enough to know that once I do that, they'd end up not shooting the puck, getting themselves indecisive. Sometimes you just got to take matters into your own hands. It's a lot different probably if you're playing with humans. You can be more trustworthy in terms of where they're going to be on the ice and what they're going to do. But to be honest, guys, when most of the time if you're just playing 2s or 3s, hopefully you just set the offensive, pairings back enough where you have it on passive or certain settings like that, or however you do it, just to make sure that they're not going up too far in the zone. Because all you want them to do, if they can, is just try to break plays up while you end up trying to get all this stuff done on offense, in case you get some fortunate goals like that right off the face-off. So at the end, I'm mentioning please count in this game. It does not. They only had one shot after the period. So these next two clips, it's going to look like we're playing the same team, but after a while, this third and fourth game now, we ended up getting matched up against these guys twice. One had one defenseman and one forward. One time they had two defensemen. Same three guys. We ended up matching against them twice. I don't know how Nick didn't score that one as he skated throughout the whole team, but that's the kind of stuff that ends up happening. You have these 70 overall guys or less or whatever they set you with. Everybody's got the same top-end speed and things like that. You're going to miss a lot of shots in this game, and not many times you're going to have opportunities like that to get something right in the slot and let it go. And I don't know what our computer was doing there, getting a chance to just throwing the puck out for no reason when nobody called for it, and just a bang off and not a high stick, and it's tied. So there you go. Now you're playing overtime in Game 3 now, which should be Game 4. Nick gets a good opportunity there. He makes a great pass over to the computer there that probably should have buried it, but it does not, and we keep on going here. So, like we said, guys, Facebook.com/TubuGunslinger, Twitter @JohnRyanOtt. Leave comments below in terms of the money plays that you think you find throughout this game. How do you feel about this game so far? I noticed you're playing Hut and stuff like that. They've introduced ice cards and more player overalls and things like that. But what I would like to end up seeing in terms of Hockey League, I would think, is just, even if you're going to have it more like FIFA where you have player progressions and things like that, give us some incentive in terms of if you score so many goals or do so many things with certain player types that you can get like a +1 or +2 on your ratings like that. Leave the boosts how they used to be. Maybe not give you so many points to be able to upgrade your player, but it would give more people more incentive to play this game and keep things more fresh and have a chance to have a player that's more like your own and compromise a little bit, have a little bit of a balance. Better yet, I've also said that you should always have two different style of game modes, one for one mode and one for not. But I've seen a lot of videos in terms of Bacon Country and some of these other guys. Quite frankly, maybe EA can't do that because not enough people play the game in general. But they got to do something in terms of the EA Sports Hockey League and keeping things fresh for people to want to continue to play. That's all I would think. I can live with a lot of the game imbalances, puck bounces, and things like that. That's just the way it is. But if you made things more different in EA Sports Hockey League in terms of having a little more customization being brought back, I think that's what I could live in terms of having a balance and being able to have a compromise throughout the game. So, inconceivable pass there and busted coverage probably on my part in terms of not covering that middle of the ice. I don't know how the computer was able to get that pass through. Stuck all the way against the own boards, as you see the camera even clips. As the puck goes through the boards, or the stick goes through the boards somehow there, and he makes the pass, and it's 1-1. So this was the rematch. You saw the overtime goal there. Timely pass and a timely breakaway for Nick. Taking the lead once again. This is technically the fifth game of the playoff run, and I really should have buried this one. Thank God Nick ended up burying his. Tried to slow up and get a good move on there. Nothing doing on that one. That was a great pass by him. I should have buried mine. I had two breakaways in this playoff series, and I did not get either goal on those. I only had one goal in a game that didn't count, but I had a lot of points. We got a lot of stuff done by committee in terms of him scoring goals and getting assists, in terms of our computer actually chipping in, playing good defense and getting opportunities. Beautiful pass there. It is 3-1. And middle third period almost, you have an insurance tally, and you cannot understate how important an insurance tally is in a game, especially like this, with a lot of puck bounces and things like that. Wasn't able to get the puck completely out. I tried to pick it up, went right past it, and all of a sudden here comes the chaos again. One time I don't end up winning the face-off because a lot of times I do, and they end up getting it anyway. Tried to hope for a pickup there. Two guys get stuck in each other on defense, and it is 3-2. But fortunately, we get a power play here and try to just burn time sometimes. I hate when a lot of these guys end up doing this when there's like, 10, 15 minutes left to go in the period. But when you're up by 1 and there's 30 seconds left, I think this kind of play is justified. I just hate it when these guys do it all the freaking time when there isn't any reason to do that. They want to get you to chase, but the computers will never end up getting the puck for you. Don't know how the computer misses it there, but not enough time for these guys to end up getting it back. Finally get a chance to go, and 3 of 4 there, and a dominant 5-game sweep for CFH there in Nick and I. So it was pretty nice to have that happen. Being able to do that once again and just playing the way that we used to be able to play. So kind of nice there. 2-1, 4-3, 2-1, and 3-2. You saw the last 2 games and the 4-3 there. And there's the third banner, which should be 4, but there you go. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy the new year. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.